It was a defensive struggle on Saturday at Camp Randall Stadium. The yards were hard to come by, but the Badger defense not only got a lot of stops, it had 5 sacks and scored 2 touchdowns. Matt Henningsen recovering a fumble in the end zone, and Noah Burks returning an interception 63 yards to the house as the Badgers remain an unbeaten team now, 4-0 overall, 2-0 in the Big Ten after a 24-15 win against Northwestern. We'll check out some of the highlights and hear from some of the winning players after Saturday's game. And we'll also take you up close with one heck of a blocking quarterback. Remember Chase Wolf on opening night against South Florida? We'll get into that play and his blocking prowess. And our weekly conversation with head coach Paul Chryst. All coming up on today's edition of the Badger Sports Report.
On third down, Cone sets the throw, looking over the middle, caught by Taylor. Jonathan Taylor inside the 40 and JT 23. Down inside the 35 of Northwestern. Inverted wishbone with the big boys, Mormon and Erdman. Taylor at the back end of it. From the 13-yard line, handoff Jonathan Taylor, first down and more to the 10, to the 5, touchdown Wisconsin. 13 yards to the house for Jonathan Taylor. As once again the Badgers find the end zone on their first possession of the game. Running back to the right of Hunter Johnson. On first down, the give goes to Bowser, and he gets belted behind the line of scrimmage by the linebacker Jack Sanborn. Loss of a yard or so to the 24 of Northwestern. Second down and 11 for the Cats. Double wide to the left. Snap to Johnson, they'll keep it on the ground. Drake Anderson, who gets hammered down by John Torchio. As that safety tandem is making some things happen here with Wilder and Torchio. Torchio with the stick there. Johnson takes, Badgers bring him 4, screen to the left. Caught by Anderson, and he gets hammered down by Rashad Wildgoose at the 27-yard line. Johnson calls for the ball, takes the snap. Badgers bringing some heat. Johnson in trouble. Down he goes. Inside the 20-yard line as Matt Henningsen gets to the quarterback. Charlie Mangieri, the superback, motions right to left. Johnson to throw. Pressured by Chris Orr, who gets to the quarterback. Orr with the sack near the 10-yard line. They'll mark it actually across the 15 to the 17, where the progress was stopped. And 2 receivers left, one on the right. Hunter Johnson to throw, knocked away by Burrell. It's loose in the end zone, and the Badgers will pounce. Touchdown, Wisconsin! Matt Henningsen recovers in the end zone for his second touchdown of the year. 13-3, Wisconsin.
I just saw the ball flying in the air, and then you fall on the ball when it's in the end zone. There's not much to it. If the ball is on the ground, you fall on it and you score. EB made it really easy for me. He made a big hit, had the ball flying back. The ball was already in the end zone when I picked it up, and it was perfect.
Third down and 10, Northwestern at the Wisconsin 45-yard line. Lee's in motion to the right. Smith to throw. Backside pressure, hit by Bond. Pass in the air, picked off by Burks. 35-40, 45-50, to the 45-40, 35-30. Burks to the 20, Burks to the 10, to the 5. Touchdown, Wisconsin. The defense comes through again.
First thing, catch the ball, make sure you secure it, and then from there just look upfield and try and run as fast as I can, get the yardage that I can. Luckily I got some pretty good blocks, only ended up having to beat one guy, which is really nice, and then got to thank Zach Bond too for getting that hit on the cue to have the ball take that trajectory.
And Aiden Smith in for Hunter Johnson. Snap back to Smith, pressured by Orr, who hammers Smith down. The ball popped out, and the Badgers recover. Chris Orr knocks it loose. Mike Mascalunas recovers at the 42-yard line of Northwestern. Third and 10 at the Badgers' 31-yard line. Snap to Smith. Pressure coming from Wilder, and he gets to Aiden Smith. Left side end zone. Touchdown, Wisconsin. It's pumped loose, and it's picked off by Wisconsin all alone. Here's to Taylor. He's gone. Touchdown, Wisconsin. Ferguson catches at the 40, 35-yard line. Makes a man miss. A big, big win for the Wisconsin Badgers.
The Badger Sports Report with Paul Chryst is presented by Hy-Vee, where there's a helpful smile in every aisle. Hy-Vee proudly supports the Wisconsin Badgers. And UW Health Sports Medicine, the healthcare team for the Badgers. Learn more at uwsportsmedicine.org.
Flu season. It'll get here before you know it. Good thing it's never too soon to get your flu shot at Hy-Vee. Save yourself some worry and get your flu shot today. Plus, use your Hy-Vee Fuel Saver Plus Perks card and you can save 20 cents a gallon on gas. There's no appointment necessary, so why wait for the flu to get you? Visit your Hy-Vee pharmacy and get your flu shot plus your 20-cent Hy-Vee Fuel Saver discount today. Some restrictions apply.
Ball in Wisconsin, a time for stopping by. And settling in. For seeing it all and sampling a few. Whether you want to spend fall inside, outside, or both, there's something for everyone in Wisconsin.
They are the ones who found a way to isolate a single prostate cancer cell hidden amongst a billion healthy blood cells. The ones pioneering advanced genomic testing in order to create personalized treatment protocols. They are the ones you want to talk to when the diagnosis is prostate cancer. They are the physicians and healthcare professionals at UW Health and the Carbone Cancer Center. UW Health. Remarkable.
The Learfield IMG College Directors Cup, the highly recognized mark of distinction in college athletics across all divisions, both men's and women's sports. Follow your favorite team's pursuit for excellence in this prestigious annual award through thedirectorscup.com, USA Today, or L Directors Cup on Twitter. Learfield IMG College Directors Cup, the crowning achievement in college athletics since 1993.
You're not going to go through the entire season, up by 14 on everybody. Whenever you step on the field, you're not going to be up all the time. Adversity is going to strike. This was a great game to test how we respond to adversity. I'm just proud of how we performed. We kept swinging and was able to land some haymakers.
It definitely helps the team because now we're battle tested, so we know what we can do, what we need to do. It definitely helps the team getting battle tested like that.
The ball came loose, and then Matt Henney, I appreciate him for picking up because he helped me out last week. So I'm trying to return a favor, so that's what happened.
EB this week, he paid me back a little bit from last week when I tipped that pass for him. So, but my teammates just did great in getting us in those positions to make big plays.
We take pride in that. We want to be the best defense in the country. We want to be technically sound. We want to do our jobs and get everything done. And when we do that, we know we're going to be really successful.
We're all working together, focusing on the details, and everyone's getting after it, and just having that energy and tenacity is big for us.
Obviously, the offense was struggling a little bit, so we had to pick it up for them. And obviously, I didn't play in the second half, but the 2 touchdowns were huge. And overall, I thought the defense played really well.
We love each other. That's what we've been doing from spring to fall to camp. It's just the love that you have for the person next to you, and the grind, you seeing them grind every day through practice, is you want to make plays for them. So
they're the best defense in the nation. The numbers, I think now they have more points scored than have been scored on them or something. The stats don't lie. We put those guys in some tough situations today, and every single time they bailed us out, and those guys are playing lights out.
The defense, they did what they needed to do, and it's all a great feeling, a very rewarding feeling, but also pretty kind of humbling because we made them do that. We could have been better as an offense, and we will be better, and it just makes us want to work even harder to compete with that defense and help them out.
Yeah, I'm really grateful. We owe them one, and it's really fun to play off of that defense. They got a bunch of playmakers out there, and it's a pretty special group. We want to pay back the defense for what they did today, and hopefully we can just put out a better performance.
This is where great things happen, where technology and discovery beautifully intertwine with compassion and care, where patients with the most serious of conditions come for the most successful of treatments. This is where you'll find some of the brightest minds in medicine, changing people's lives for the better. This is UW Health. And yes, this is where great things happen. UW Health. Remarkable.
Fall in Wisconsin, a time for stopping by. And settling in. For seeing it all. And sampling a few. Whether you want to spend fall inside, outside, or both, there's something for everyone in Wisconsin.
Chryst with the run up and a kick in the air, and he belts it. This still won't be returned. My goodness. Another touchback. Zach Hintz. That was about 85 yards on the fly.
Don't you get credit for 2 touchbacks if you do that?
Badgers improved to 4-0, 2-0 in Big Ten play as this 5-game homestand continues. Wisconsin defeating Northwestern on Saturday 24-15. And what turned out to be a heck of a defensive battle. A lot of credit to Northwestern, what it did defensively, and a lot of continued credit to the Badgers on defense, not only getting stop after stop, but scoring 2 touchdowns. That's 3 of them now for these guys this year. It's not half bad.
Defensive touchdowns are good. And it was 2 really good defenses, and kind of thought that going in, and it certainly proved that way as it played out. And it was, again, a different type of a feeling for a second half. You know, the number of times that the defense had to stay on. You don't love this at all, from our end of it, but, you get the onside kick, you don't recover that. You got a fumbled punt return, and then on top of it, 2 scores. And then the 5th one was a penalty. We stop them, and then we've got a penalty on the punt return. So all of a sudden, you're playing a lot of snaps, and yet I thought a lot of guys showed up in a big way, and it was fun to watch our defense play.
Yeah, you see, they always talk about that team effort, and it certainly was, where you have a Colin Wilder, John Torchio in there as a safety tandem. They make some things happen. And then Reggie Pearson, Eric Burrell. It doesn't end there, but it was just fun to see those guys kind of bounce back, get in there, and make some stuff happen.
Yeah, and it was obviously a unique week. And, Torch and Colin knew they were going to be in, and Mays was ready to go. And then EB and Reggie came in, and they all, I thought, touched it. They all impacted the game. And then obviously a lot of other guys. I thought Isaiah Loudermilk showed up time and time again. And Zach Bond had himself a heck of a game. I think a lot of those, sometimes you spend so much time on him that it freed up some of the other rushers, and obviously that was a big part of it. We got there, and I thought our inside linebackers contributed. It was a lot of guys showing up, and it was big, and we needed them.
Yeah, another guy who showed up, it's easy to talk about now because he returned one of those interceptions, 68 yards, Noah Burks. And he's been playing a lot lately, obviously with Isaiah Greenmay working his way back, but that whole linebacker group now, it seems like, is disrupting some things.
Yeah, and that's what you want, right? Defensively, if you can be disruptive, and certainly, like we said, Zach has been doing, but, knowing a little bit different way. And that was a heck of a run, and it was a little bit strange because you saw the flag, you thought it was holding, it was, you give the old act like you've been there before, and he reminded me he'd never been there before. I said, well, we got to practice that. So then you hate that part of it, but I thought Zach Hintz had a great response to that. Wow. And I thought really we had a good kick on the other personal foul, or the foul after the Henny's touchdown.
Right.
And, Reggie Pearson made a heck of a play on that one. But there was a lot of guys, and I think, Noah has been playing at a consistent level and very consistent throughout it, and Zach is disruptive. And if you can, as linebacker, especially in our defense, you need to be disruptive. And you know what? Fortunately, the guys are doing that, and it was fun to see.
What a weapon. You just mentioned Zach Hintz a couple of minutes ago. What a weapon he was last year as a kickoff man and what he is this year. When you're kicking off from the 20 and it's still a touchback, I mean, it's 85 on a fly. I mean, that's something that it's not maybe the sexiest thing to have on highlight shows, but it matters.
Oh, it matters
you
big
guys,
time,
right?
and that was one, you are truly holding on, and you're talking about even just the motions. You're excited. Obviously, a huge play. defensive score, and those never get old. And then all of a sudden, now you tack on 15, and you are putting your team in a heck of a stressed position. And I thought his response was tremendous.
And offensively, you obviously had a very good start again against an excellent defense. And, JT earns it, right? With those big guys up front helping push some piles for him. And, again, you credit Northwestern, but, Jonathan still ends up with 119 rushing yards here today.
Yeah, and who are we to, just kind of look down on that? We've been spoiled, right? And they are all hard-earned. And the thing that he didn't have was the big explosive run. And yet, I thought that there was a lot of good work done up front. And where we got in trouble, I thought, offensively throughout the game was we just got ourselves in some bad situations. We had 2 first downs where we go and drop back and throw. We got a first down pick on one of them. We got a first down sack on another. That sets you back a little bit, especially against this defense. And they do a pretty good job. The longer it gets in the kind of the down and distance, your third and longs, third and extra longs, they're going to rush 3, drop 8, and there aren't a lot of windows to throw to. And so I thought, those are some of the areas where we had to be more productive and efficient on first and second down. And yet I thought it was good for our team to have to find a different way to win. And it is hard to win in this conference. And, I have a lot of respect for, what Fitz has done there at Northwestern. I mean, it's the defending Big Ten West champions. And you don't know how games play out, but guys kept staying with it. I thought the energy on the sideline was good, even though things weren't always going our way. And you appreciate what was done. And now we got to find a way to improve and take a step going forward.
You just mentioned it's hard to win, and that was something Barry Alvarez talked about time and time again. Is it important for you as the head coach and your staff to say, hey, fellas, enjoy this. You come in the next day, you talk about things to correct, but let yourself be happy here. You just won a Big Ten football game.
I think you absolutely have to, and I don't know if when I'm doing that I'm talking to the team or I'm talking to myself, right?
Right.
And yet you do want them, and there's a lot of effort that goes into the week, and a lot of guys did things to give us a chance and really make us win, and so you appreciate every one of those efforts, and even the ones that maybe didn't have the day that they wanted. They did a lot of things, and there's no question, win or lose, there's going to be things you got to work on. But to win, you better enjoy it, and you better appreciate all the work that went into it. And so I thought that was important, for our team to, maybe not everyone thought, boy, they did what they, wanted to do or envisioned doing, but that's kind of life, and you got to do it, and yet you want to be appreciative of all the things that happened. We beat a good football team, and I'm not saying that we've arrived yet. I'm not saying that we're necessarily satisfied with it, but you better enjoy it because we know how hard they are to come by.
Absolutely. The next one on the schedule, a final non-conference game coming up as the homestand continues. Kent State comes to town at 11 a.m. kick coming up this Saturday at Camp Randall Stadium. Coach is back in a few minutes with a great day and great question of the week as we continue with a Badger Sports Report.
There is a boy who likes tractors and trains, a boy whose heart was far too strained. He was sick, you see, with a heart that broke. His heart needed fixing. His family needed hope. Enter our doctors with their newfangled tests. Enter our teams whose care is the best. Healthy and happy, the little boy's back, playing with tractors and trains on his track. UW Health and the American Family Children's Hospital. Remarkable.
Flu season. It'll get here before you know it. Good thing it's never too soon to get your flu shot at Hy-Vee. Save yourself some worry and get your flu shot today. Plus, use your Hy-Vee Fuel Saver Plus Perks card and you can save 20 cents a gallon on gas. There's no appointment necessary, so why wait for the flu to get you? Visit your Hy-Vee pharmacy and get your flu shot plus your 20-cent Hy-Vee Fuel Saver discount today. Some restrictions apply.
For years, Wisconsin's offensive line has had some of college football's best blockers. But in the Badgers season opener against South Florida, Chase Wolf made the case that he's the best blocking quarterback in America.
Even put a block on.
Absolutely.
How about that?
After that play on the sideline, welcome to the club. It was funny to see that. And it was cool. He waited through his body in there. He made a touchdown, so it was awesome.
After the play, I'm like, dude, that was nice. He's like, no, I didn't think I was in the right position. I'm like, dude, you made the play, bro. Like, let's go.
I've seen like quarterbacks do this before, and I saw this guy coming at me. Like, he's not looking. Maybe like I'll be able to, put him on the ground or something. And he was on the ground, but he was on top of me.
He takes it on the chin a little bit, but you know what? That's teamwork, baby.
And all of us were just complimenting him on such a big play. I mean, that was such a big time play, and we were all so excited for him. And then we made fun of him a little bit because he did get laid out.
No, yeah, that was funny.
Laughs all around for sure, but a reminder of just how special this team can be.
One of the biggest edges we have is being a team and guys playing for one another. And, I know a lot of people, they hear us talking about it, and they're like, man, like these guys say like their bond is tight. Those guys love one another, and that's just one perfect example of playing for the man next to you. I mean, I don't know the last time I've seen a quarterback do that in order for a running back to get into the end zone. So I think that was really huge.
And then downfield, Chase Wolf just happened to get in the way of a defender and got depleted. But he'll call it a block.
He wanted to make a winning play for his team. It didn't matter, how many snaps he had during that game. He wanted to come in. He wanted to make sure that we ended up in the end zone, and that really fires you up. And that's like, man, I got to give something extra. He's trying to block a defensive lineman.
It just shows like our sacrifice for each other. It's our quarterback, and he's out there just getting laid out just for a touchdown. And a lot of QBs want to do that. So it's really cool to play next to one another, and I love the group of guys we have.
If an opportunity like that comes again where I'd have to block someone, I'll do it again. Doesn't matter if it's #1 draft choice for next year. I'll do everything I can to help the team.
And it's that kind of attitude that will keep this team in the chase for a championship for weeks to come. With the Badger Sports Report, I'm Eric Ryla.
Ball in Wisconsin, a time for stopping by. And settling in. For seeing it all and sampling a few. Whether you want to spend fall inside, outside, or both, there's something for everyone in Wisconsin.
The Learfield IMG College Directors Cup, the highly recognized mark of distinction in college athletics across all divisions, both men's and women's sports. Follow your favorite team's pursuit for excellence in this prestigious annual award through thedirectorscup.com, USA Today, or L Directors Cup on Twitter. Learfield IMG College Directors Cup, the crowning achievement in college athletics since 1993.
The Badger Sports Report with Paul Chryst is presented by UW Health Sports Medicine, the healthcare team for the Badgers. Learn more at uwsportsmedicine.org.
Time for today's question of the week. It comes from Mike over in Milwaukee. Didn't win the toss today, Coach, but Mike wants to know, when the Badgers win the toss, what goes into the decision to receive or defer?
Well, I think there's a couple of things that go into that, and first of all, weather can play a factor in on it. What do you want to do, and then I think it's, who do you, if you have the choice, who do you want on the field first? And there's a couple of years that we've gone with, our defense guys were adamant, and I'd listen to players. They're adamant, like they want to be on the field. So, all right, then you guys got it, and it's kind of like the old hoops, make it, take it. You do a good job with that, then you get the next one, and there's times where we want to take the ball and we want to go with it. So it's you end up really only getting it probably half the time, and sometimes when they have the choice, we end up getting what we want anyway. So it's I'd like to say a ton goes into. I think weather is real.
Yeah.
Whether you try to work on that, and then it's which group do you feel best about? It could be on. How do you feel about the returns, or how do you feel about our coverage? And so you try not to overthink it. And like I tell the captains all the time, just make sure we get the ball one of the two halves.
There you go. That's key, because every now and then
right?
that doesn't happen.
We don't want to be that team.
Yeah.
Just make sure one of the two halves we get it, and then I'm good.
It's very true. Mike, thanks for your question. As the Badgers continue the season, one more non-conference game coming up on Saturday, and another 11 a.m. kick at Camp Randall as the Badgers host Kent State from the Mid-American Conference. We'll talk to you next week. Thanks for watching.
Flu season. It'll get here before you know it. Good thing it's never too soon to get your flu shot at Hy-Vee. Save yourself some worry and get your flu shot today. Plus, use your Hy-Vee Fuel Saver Plus Perks card and you can save 20 cents a gallon on gas. There's no appointment necessary, so why wait for the flu to get you? Visit your Hy-Vee pharmacy and get your flu shot plus your 20-cent Hy-Vee Fuel Saver discount today. Some restrictions apply.
They are the ones who found a way to isolate a single prostate cancer cell hidden amongst a billion healthy blood cells. The ones pioneering advanced genomic testing in order to create personalized treatment protocols. They are the ones you want to talk to when the diagnosis is prostate cancer. They are the physicians and healthcare professionals at UW Health and the Carbone Cancer Center. UW Health. Remarkable.
Progress is an endless challenge. Here at the University of Wisconsin, we're a community of innovators in constant motion. We think on our feet, connect with each other, and hit our stride, pushing past limits. Progress is an endless challenge, but it is only those up to the challenge who change the game.